we're going to start by making a magic circle and chaining 2. Into the magic circle, place 10 double crochet. You can also mark that first stitch. Alright, so once you have that 10 double crochet, you can mark the last stitch as well and close the magic circle. Alright, so for round 2, we will be inputting 2 double crochets into each of the stitches. So we're going to slip stitch, chain 2, and into the first chain which we just placed the slip stitch in, we're going to make 2 double crochets. And you can always mark your first stitch and your last stitch. So into the following stitch, 2 double crochets, and into all of the following stitches we will just be putting 2 double crochets into them. Once you're finished making the 2 double crochets in each of the stitches of the previous round, we're going to now move on to round 3. To slip stitch into that first stitch and chain 2. Make 1 double crochet into the first stitch which we just made the slip stitch in, and then into the following stitch we're going to make an increase, which means just putting 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And then into the following stitch, 1 double crochet, and then an increase by putting 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And this is the pattern that we will be repeating for round 3. At the end of round 3 you should have a total of 30 stitches, and at this point you can go ahead and just weave in the yarn tail here. Alright, so moving on to round 4, we're going to slip stitch into that first stitch here, and then chain 2 into the first double crochet. We're going to make 1 double crochet, into the second double crochet we're going to make 1 double crochet again, and on the into the third double crochet we're going to increase. So 1 double crochet, and then into the next stitch, 1 double crochet again, and into the third stitch, increase. So this is the pattern that we will be following for round 4. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then increase, and then just continue doing so. Alright, so at the end of round 4 you should have a total of 40 stitches, and for round 5 we will not be doing any increases. So let's slip stitch into the first double crochet and chain 2 here. So we're going to be making 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around. So this is how it looks after I finished making round 5, and this is what we'll be doing until we get our desired length. So we'll just be making 1 double crochet into each stitches, and you know, whenever you're at the end of the round, you slip stitch, chain 2, and just keep going until you get that length. I will let you know how many rounds I did. This is what it looks like now. So I went ahead and made a total of 8 rounds after the round 5, and this is what it looks like. Did 13, I have 13 rounds. Now moving on, we're going to slip stitch, chain 2, and we're going to be making 4 double crochets into each stitch all around. Alright, so once you've made the ruffles all around, we're going to just make 1 double crochet in each of the double crochets we've previously made. So slip stitch, chain 2, and place 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. Once you've made the 1 double crochet all around, we're going to slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, have a decent yarn tail left to weave in the end. So just go ahead now and just weave in the end. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and make a chain. I went ahead and I chained 121, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna skip the first chain and into the following chain, and onward I'm going to make a slip stitch. So just slip stitch all the way down. So once you slip stitch into the last chain, just chain 1 and cut the yarn. So thread the yarn onto a needle and we're going to insert it into round 12. So picking up 2 stitches, skipping 2 stitches and picking up 2 stitches, skipping these 2 stitches and picking up these 2 stitches. Skipping these 2 stitches, picking up these, skipping these 2 stitches and picking up the following 2 stitches. So just keep weaving in the just keep weaving this part in. Alright, so once you have the string inserted into the bag, then you can just go ahead and weave in the yarn tail here.